Hi everyone, I'm Matt. I'm a volunteer and ambassador with Waterloo Region's StaySafe Rapid COVID Antigen Screening Program. I also help manage the Facebook group for volunteers. I want to put together this quick video with a demonstration and a bit of information now that this testing is available to businesses and individuals across Waterloo through StaySafe. A quick overview of rapid antigen testing for those that don't know. These tests detect proteins of live virus. So these tests are much quicker, much cheaper than full PCR tests that you might get done at the public health unit. They get more effective as a person is more and more contagious with high viral load. And these are typically meant to be done every few days by asymptomatic people with no high risk contacts. These are proactive peace of mind tests. They're an important part of the toolbox. So just like vaccines, distancing, masks, and full PCR tests, these are an important part of keeping us safe. Those PCR tests that I talked about, those take longer. Those have typically been reserved for symptomatic people and high risk contacts. So to go along with those PCR tests, the effective and broad rapid testing is going to help prevent the spread of COVID by people who otherwise wouldn't think they had it or think that they were contagious. So taking advantage of rapid testing for your family, friends, and businesses, along with other measures, is really part of doing everything you can. These are good for keeping yourselves safe, but also for keeping your broader community, families, businesses, and schools safe as well. I wanted to give a bit of information just about the StaySafe screening program in Waterloo Region. So this program is about rapid COVID screening awareness and access. So one part of the program is where individuals can walk up to a pop-up clinic run by volunteers to get a free and fast screening. Another part is providing test kits for small and medium businesses. And most recently, we extended this program to give testing kits to individuals as part of what we call the ambassador program. So as individuals, you can get enough tests every few weeks to test your family every few days and friends or family whenever you see them. And this is especially important before you do any visits or before you go anywhere. I want to do a quick unboxing now to show you what comes in the box of test kits that you'll pick up from the tannery in Kitchener. So this is what a box of tests look like. It's a box that comes with enough tests and materials inside to do 25 screens. So I'm going to open this up. So inside we have some instructions. We have nasal swabs, and these are swabs that you will do on yourself. We have some empty test tubes. These also double as droppers. You'll see that in a second. We got some cardboard that helps you fill a couple tubes at the same time. We've got caps for the test tubes. We've got a few test swabs, and these are done, you basically would use these to mimic what a negative and a positive test look like. I don't use those. I don't like wasting my tests on those. And then they come with 25 little devices. And so these are the devices that once opened, this is where you're going to end up putting the droppers of liquid. So there's 25 devices there. And also a little bottle of liquid. This is buffer liquid that you end up putting in the test tube right before you're about to do a screen. And now I want to show you what it's like to prepare and perform a test. Really quick, really simple, just a few minutes in the morning or before you go out. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my empty tube, and I've got my liquid, my buffer. And I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to put just a few drops in. There's a little line on the tube, and I'm going to fill my tube up to that line. All right, looks good. I've got my blue cap. I'm going to put the blue cap on top. I'm going to set that aside for a second. The next piece is the nasal swab. And so like I said, this is a self swab. You do it on yourself, or if you have a really little kid, you can do it for them. But it opens up like a cheese string. It's sterile, there's nothing on it. I'm going to take this tube and I'm going to put it in my nose only about an inch or so, 2 centimeters. I'm going to lean my head back a bit, and I'm going to swirl it around 5 times in each nostril. I'm brushing my nose hairs. So I'm going to put it in my nose, just up 2 centimeters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch nostrils. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm being careful not to touch anything. I've got my test tube in my other hand. I'm going to take off the cap. I'm going to put the swab into the tube and right down into the liquid in the bottom. I'm going to swirl it around, make sure I'm hitting the sides. I'm going to swirl it around about 5 times as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to lift it up a little bit and make sure I squeeze out all the liquid. These tubes are plastic, so I'm going to squeeze right where the tip is. I got all the liquid out. And on the swab, there's also a little notch on the stem, which you might not be able to see in the video, but it's about halfway up. And just by using the tube, I can actually break off that top. That's now garbage. And I'm going to put the blue top back on. And now I'm going to switch cameras to show you what it's like to put it onto the test device. Okay, so now that I have my swab in the tube, as I mentioned, the bottom of the tube actually unscrews and becomes an eyedropper. And so on the side of the test where it has a number 5, I'm going to do 5 drops of the liquid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Recap it. This is now garbage along with the other packaging from the swab. And I'm going to wait for 15 minutes and then come back and check. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. I've got my device and I see a nice pink line underneath the C. That's the control, and that's a negative test. Any red or even faint pink line under the T is a presumptive positive. So if I saw that, I would isolate and get a PCR test done at the health unit. So with my negative test, I am good to go to work. I'm good to go have a visit and see some friends and family. Now I want to show you what's involved in reporting your results to StaySafeScreen. I do this every week and report the test that I did on my family and friends for that week. You do it from the same place that you go for ordering screening kits. The website is tests.StaySafeScreen.ca, and you can log into that site with the account button in the top right hand corner. And once you're logged in, there will be a report tab along the top. It's really easy information. All we want to know is how many tests you administered this week. My family, I did 8 this week. I had 0 presumptive positive. I had 8 presumptive negative. And I had no inconclusive results. I press send feedback and I'm done. That's all that's involved in reporting results back to the program. That's it. That's how simple it is. With my family on our testing days or before we're heading to see friends and family, I just make up a few vials. I set swabs and devices on the counter and we do them together. Literally only takes a few minutes. And we'll probably do it over breakfast when the kids are in school. We'll do that testing a few days per week. Thanks for watching this video. Please let me know if you have absolutely any questions. Head to StaySafeScreen.ca to order your kits for pickup in Kitchener for individuals, for ambassadors, or Kitchener, Cambridge, or Stratford for businesses. And usually you order a 2-week supply at a time. If you're an individual, you can also head to the StaySafeScreen pop-up clinics around the region. Please encourage your workplaces to order kits and implement rapid screening programs at small businesses. Encourage your Waterloo region friends and family to become StaySafe ambassadors so that they can get regular supplies of tests themselves. And please spread the word. Stay safe, everyone.